Hello everybody, it is of course me, Jonathan Antoine, and as you may be able to see,
here are 10 key focus areas designed as in-depth segments for a nightly news broadcast regarding the announcement of Jonathan Antoine's final concert tour, The End of an Era, scheduled for 2025. The sudden announcement of Jonathan Antoine's final concert tour, dramatically titled The End of an Era, has triggered a powerful wave of emotion and intense debate throughout the international music community. The publication of the 2025 concert schedule effectively marks the beginning of a countdown for fans to bid farewell to the iconic tenor's live stage presence, a voice that has redefined the classical crossover genre for over a decade. The initial reaction across global social media platforms reflects profound shock. Hashtags related to Antoine and the tour title immediately dominated trends, illustrating the massive scale of the impact and the loyalty of his fanbase. Preliminary analysis from industry experts suggests that while this decision is a significant loss for the live concert stage, it is also a mature strategic move, allowing Antoine to conclude this chapter at the peak of his artistic success. The choice to announce the final tour so far in advance, the tour spans the entirety of 2025, provides ample opportunity for fans worldwide to plan their musical pilgrimage, while giving Antoine's production team sufficient time to craft a show truly worthy of being called the end of an era.
This is not merely a tour announcement. It is a historical declaration that will be documented in the history of contemporary classical music. Reactions from fellow musicians and industry figures show deep respect, acknowledging Antoine not just as a vocalist, but as a cultural phenomenon who successfully bridged the gap between rigid operatic tradition and broad popular appeal. Details regarding the motives behind this decision, which remain vague, are expected to be a major focus in upcoming interviews and press releases. The selection of the title, The End of an Era, is more than just a marketing gimmick. It is a philosophical statement reflecting the profound depth of Jonathan Antoine's career journey. The term era in this context refers to more than just a time period. It symbolizes an intensive phase of his career, where an artist focuses on large-scale live performances, consistent album production, and a massive public presence. This decision suggests that Antoine is transitioning from the role of a constantly touring global performer to perhaps a composer, producer, or mentor in the future. A linguistic analysis of the title reveals a dramatic touch, appropriate for his operatic background, evoking a sense of grandeur and finality. For longtime fans, this era began at the emotional moment of his introduction on the talent competition stage, where he won the hearts of millions with his vulnerability and vocal power.
This era has been marked by transparent personal struggles, the courage to face anxiety on major stages, and an unwavering dedication to the art of vocal performance. Art critics argue that by proactively defining this tour as the end, Antoine controls the narrative of his legacy, ensuring this chapter is remembered as a golden age concluding on his own terms, rather than due to exhaustion or artistic decline. Consequently, every note he sings on this tour will carry significantly more emotional weight, as the audience knows they are witnessing the finale of an unrepeatable chapter. Artistic expectations for the End of an Era tour have reached an unprecedented peak. Given the final nature of this tour, Antoine's production team is anticipated to deliver the most ambitious and memorable series of shows of his entire career. Internal sources hint that each night will be a complex musical masterpiece, designed as a narrative journey through Antoine's greatest repertoire. Musically, fans can anticipate a meticulous blend of iconic Italian opera arias, contemporary classical pieces, like the signature Nessun Dorma or Time to Say Goodbye, and pop-rock crossovers rearranged with the epic orchestral touch that has become his hallmark. The technical aspect of the production is predicted to set a new standard for classical crossover concerts.
This includes the use of cutting-edge immersive sound technology to maximize the resonance of his tenor voice, complex cinematic lighting design, and high-resolution LED visuals that will tell the story behind each song. Furthermore, there is widespread speculation regarding collaborations and surprise guest appearances. Given Antoine's broad influence, the possibility of seeing vocal collaborators from various genres, ranging from renowned pop singers to true opera divas, is very high.
In summary, this tour is viewed as the climax of Antoine's artistic journey, a definitive set of performances that must surpass all predecessors in terms of scale, emotional depth, and technical perfection. It is a promise of an epic celebration, not merely a farewell. The global logistical impact of the End of an Era tour announcement is immense, particularly concerning ticket demand management. Within hours of the 2025 dates being released, official ticket vendor sites experienced an unprecedented surge in traffic, causing virtual queues and server crashes in several regions. Initial sales data analysis suggests this tour will be one of the highest demand tours of 2025, significantly exceeding conventional pre-sale expectations for the classical crossover genre. This phenomenon is driven by two main factors. First, the incalculable sentimental value of witnessing the final show, and second, Antoine's fiercely loyal and globally dispersed fan base.
The high demand is profoundly affecting the secondary ticket market. Reports indicate that resale ticket prices have soared, especially for opening dates in London and New York, and for performances in Asian cities where his presence is rare. Logistically, the tour team faces major challenges in managing security, venue capacity, and ensuring fairness in the ticket sales process to minimize scalping. Governments in the major cities being visited also need to prepare for a surge in tourism, as thousands of fans will travel interstate or even intercontinentally just for this last opportunity. This farewell concert tourism phenomenon transforms the tour into a global economic and tourism event, not just an entertainment spectacle. This final tour serves as the official closure of an extraordinary vocal transition, from a child prodigy with raw potential to a truly recognized tenor maestro. When he first emerged, Antoine's voice was praised for its natural power and purity, but over time and with training, his vocal technique has evolved dramatically. He has successfully developed his voice from a high baritone into a rich lyrico-spinto tenor, possessing the power necessary for dramatic opera arias, yet the flexibility for softer crossover melodies. His vocal journey is a lesson in patience and dedication. Critics highlight that at his current age, Antoine is at the peak of his vocal strength, with full resonance, a broad dynamic range, and precise breath control.
Unlike many singers whose voices might show fatigue after years of intensive touring, Antoine's voice has matured, imbued with an emotional depth only gained through life experience. The 2025 tour will be the definitive demonstration of this maturity, showcasing technical mastery combined with profound emotional interpretation. This is not merely a farewell performance, it is an exhibition of vocal excellence achieved after a decade of tireless effort, reaffirming his position as one of the most significant tenors of the 21st century. One of the most poignant aspects of Jonathan Antoine's legacy, which will surely be highlighted during his final tour, is his open and honest struggle with anxiety and mental health challenges. The story of his transformation from a teenager grappling with severe stage fright to a performer dominating major venues is a powerful source of inspiration for millions. The decision to end large-scale touring may also be partially linked to a desire to prioritize his personal well-being after years of the grueling demands of a global touring schedule. In this report, we analyze how Antoine has used his platform to demystify mental health issues, encouraging fans to seek help and demonstrating that vulnerability can be a profound source of artistic strength. Every live performance he gives is a small victory over fear and self-doubt.
This narrative of courage is intrinsically linked to his music, adding deep layers of meaning to his lyrics, especially those themed around hope and resilience. In The End of an Era tour, these moments of personal reflection are expected to be an integral part of the show, where he may share more intimate stories and anecdotes with the audience. His greatest legacy may not just be his voice, but the way he transformed the stage into a collective therapeutic space where he and the audience could celebrate shared victories over adversity. Jonathan Antoine has played a pivotal role in the revitalization and redefinition of the classical crossover genre. Before his arrival, the genre tended to be dominated by a few major names. Antoine, with his unique background and fresh interpretation, successfully injected new energy, attracting a younger audience and expanding the boundaries of what was considered classical music.
His contribution lies in his ability to take centuries-old opera arias and perform them with a raw emotion that feels modern and relevant. He made opera feel unintimidating. His recorded works, which often blend magnificent orchestral compositions with polished pop production, have become a blueprint for many subsequent crossover artists. Through his work, Antoine did not just sell albums, he sold an idea that beautiful music does not need to be compartmentalized and can be enjoyed by a wide audience without diminishing its artistic authenticity.
The End of an Era tour will be a celebration of this contribution. A special segment is anticipated to showcase the various styles he has mastered, from solemn sacred music to powerful pop ballads, all delivered with his characteristic vocal quality. Music historians may view this tour as the closing point of a phase of neo-crossover led by single vocalists, paving the way for a new generation of artists. The big question now facing the public is, what will Jonathan Antoine do after the final curtain of the 2025 farewell tour closes? Although he explicitly stated this is the end of the touring era, he has repeatedly affirmed that this is not the end of his music. Speculation regarding Antoine's future projects is varied. The strongest possibility is that he will shift to a role more focused on creation, such as a composer or producer. With his musical ability and deep understanding of orchestral arrangement, he could dedicate his time to writing music for film, musical theater, or even new operas. Furthermore, there is significant potential in the field of education and mentoring. Given his experience overcoming stage anxiety, Antoine could become an invaluable guide for young artists facing similar challenges. Some sources hint at Antoine's interest in music technology and studio recording, suggesting the likelihood of him building a private studio to focus on more experimental, conceptual albums free from the pressure of touring schedules.
In a cryptic statement, Antoine mentioned wanting to rediscover peace in creation. This suggests a shift in priority from public validation on stage to private satisfaction in the artistic process. Whatever his path, the music world is highly anticipating the second chapter of his career, which is expected to bring equal depth and innovation. Jonathan Antoine's fan base, known for its extraordinary loyalty, is a fascinating case study in the fan phenomenon of the digital age. His admirers, who cross geographical and age boundaries, have formed highly active communities on various social media platforms. The End of an Era tour has automatically become a collectively managed digital event. Fan groups have initiated global campaigns to organize group travel, create custom souvenirs, and plan tributes and surprises for Antoine at every tour stop. The power of Antoine's social media presence has turned this tour announcement into a sustained viral moment. Every new post about the tour triggers thousands of comments and millions of shares. This phenomenon demonstrates how an artist deeply rooted in the classical genre can effectively utilize modern digital outreach to build intimate personal connections with their audience. This digital influence will also be leveraged within the tour itself. Anticipate unprecedented behind-the-scenes content, exclusive live streams, and more personal live interaction with fans.
The management team has acknowledged that the tour is a celebration of Antoine's relationship with his fans, and the digital strategy will be used to ensure no fan feels isolated, even if they cannot attend the shows in person. It is a powerful demonstration of how love and dedication can fuel a global movement. The schedule for the End of an Era tour has been meticulously curated, selecting venues that hold significant historical or symbolic meaning for Jonathan Antoine's career. Each city visited serves not merely as a logistical location, but as a station in this final musical pilgrimage. London, as the starting point, will naturally host the most emotional stages. Performances at the Royal Albert Hall or the O2 Arena will symbolize a return to his roots after a long global journey. In North America, the performance at Carnegie Hall in New York City, a temple of classical music, will be a crucial artistic peak, affirming his classical legacy. Meanwhile, shows in Los Angeles or Las Vegas will highlight his broader crossover and entertainment appeal. Furthermore, the inclusion of dates in the Asia-Pacific, particularly Tokyo and Sydney, is an acknowledgement of his strong and loyal base fan outside the Western world. These cities rarely receive visits from top classical crossover artists, making Antoine's concerts a highly anticipated and rare event.
The selection of these legendary venues ensures that every final performance will be enshrined in a location whose sound possesses historical resonance, elevating the emotional intensity of the farewell. Every ticket sold is not just for a concert. It is a ticket to witness a historical moment etched in a hallowed place.